Hi, everybody. So I'm going to go over the process of using the spreadsheet that I created for jobs and skills tracking when you're actually applying for a job. In previous videos, I kind of explained it, but I didn't actually go through the process of it. So this video is going to be devoted to just actually going through the process of it. And so I have a job that I already pre-selected out. It's a network support specialist. And so that's the job we're going to be applying to. And we're just going to go through that process of what I would do and I would recommend anybody who's wanting to apply for jobs and find a new role that the process that they can follow. So in this particular video, it's just going to be focusing on utilizing the spreadsheet, and future videos will be more focusing on how to customize the cover letter and your resume for each individual job. As I mentioned in previous videos, your resume and your cover letter needs to be a living, breathing thing. It can't just be one and done for every job you want to apply to. You need to customize it for every role that you're applying to. So let's go back to the spreadsheet. So go ahead and hide this, hide that, and then I'm going to hide that. Okay. So this is the spreadsheet that anybody with the Google account can have access to. I recommend you going to file and making a copy or downloading it to your local computer, however you need to do it. Okay, so there's three tabs. There's jobs applied to, skills, and networking. So the thing that we're going to focusing on here is skills. So what I want you to do is look at these skills, like there's tech skills and there's soft skills. I want you to make a running list of skills that you already have. And you don't want to wait at the last minute when you're actually trying to apply for a job. Because I don't know, it's just the pressure or the timeline or the deadlines or just, you just kind of blink out on the things that you know how to do. So it's really important to just have a running list of the skills that you've acquired, both tech skills and soft skills. Now, my background is more in IT and computer science, so that's just kind of where my tutorials go to, just because that's my personal background and knowledge set. But if you're in carpentry, you're in the electrical work field, you have tech skills and soft skills. No matter what it is that you do, there are tech skills and soft skills per that particular field. So you would build that with the field that you're in and the field that you're wanting to go into. But again, mine is more computer science and IT related, just because that's my background. So if I was applying for a role that I see right here with People's Bank as a network support specialist, close out some of the stuff. I got too much tabs open. Okay. And if I was applying for this role, so I've already got a list of things. I've already created lists of skills that I have, tech skills and soft skills. And now I am going to look at the network support specialist and read this. And so the purpose of the job is to provide network expertise by supporting hardware and software needs on a daily basis while providing a design and network improvement recommendations. As a part of a team of 12 technicians, so teamwork is important, that supports all facets of the bank IT infrastructure. Each technician has their own area of responsibility. As a network support specialist, who will be one of the two network specialists that have the primary responsibility for maintaining the network. Okay, so that's the purpose of the job. Now we have the job duties. The job duties conclude support computer networking systems, but are not limited to, and you can see from there, responsible for configuring, using, and managing network monitoring tools, responsible for troubleshooting, perform project tasks, responsibilities for increasing knowledge. So you can see that they list all the job duties. I'm not going to read them all verbatim. And you can also see the education, job skills, and qualifications. College degree or technical certifications are a plus. And so let's go ahead and get started in putting this in our spreadsheet. So I'm going to move this around a little bit just so I can see both screens at once. And also, just as a segue, this is, or as a sidebar, I'm sorry, this is CourseraJobPlatform.org. This is something that I think is new with Coursera, and we're offering the Google IT Professional Certification. So There's a lot of the skills that we're going to be teaching these next few months. It's a grant-based thing. It's a grant-funded project that we're doing. It's free. It's online. It's on Coursera. So if you have any questions on that, let me know. But this is where I found the job. So going back into here, and I'm going to go ahead and situate it so I can see what I'm doing. So what I'm going to do, make this bigger again. Okay, so we have this, we have 3 tabs down here. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to add a new sheet. Okay, I'm going to move this to the side. And I'm going to name this for the role that we're applying to, Network Support Specialist. Okay, and we'll go over as to why I'm doing that here shortly. So I'm going to take the skills, I'm going to select in the top left-hand corner, and I'm going to right-click and hit copy. And then I am going to select up there again, the top left-hand corner, right-click and hit paste. And it's all on me. And there are other ways of doing it. You could have done a duplicate tab. And there's, if you're familiar with Google Sheets, you can do this whatever way you want. Okay, so we have our skills. I'm going to go ahead and change the color of this tab just so I can see what I'm looking at. You make sure it stands out. So we have our tech skills and soft skills. We already went over that. These are things that we are just accumulating a list of skills that we've acquired as we grow in our field, as we take new classes, whatever it is that we're doing. So now let's look at the skills that were needed for this network support specialist. So we need to actually take the time and read and line by line have an understanding of what they're looking for. This will help us with our resume, customizing our resume and our cover letter. So it talks about the purpose. A position will provide networking expertise. So we need to we'll provide expert networking expertise. So we need to have some hardware and software needs. So what we're going to do is we're going to take on, going back into the spreadsheet, we're going to create something for responsibilities. And we're going to create something for duties. Actually, let me take that back. I'm kind of thinking out loud here, so just bear with me. Responsibilities and duties. And requested skills. Education. Okay. So I'm going to click on this. I'm going to click the paintbrush. And it didn't quite do what I wanted to do, so hold on. Okay. I'm just kind of copying the format in here. There we go. Okay. So these are the responsibilities and duties of this, and what we're going to put in this particular list right here is responsibilities and duties and the purpose of the role that we're applying to. So it provides networking expertise. Capitalize that. Supports. I'm going to abbreviate on some things, hardware and software. Provide design and network improvement recommendations. Let's see. Team of 12 technicians. Let's see. Work in a team of 12. Just put it that way. Okay, so I'm just reading the purpose right now. So network support specialist, you will be one of 2 network specialists, primary responsibility for maintaining the network. Maintaining network. And what this does, us just kind of segmenting like each of the lines here, the paragraph and the duties, it helps us have a better understanding of the role, which will also in turn help us, help us sell ourselves as to why we would be a good candidate for the position. So, okay, job duties. So support computer networking systems. Let's see. Oh, some of it may be redundant. We're just going to go ahead and put it in there. Let's see. I'm just going to put the systems that they're talking about. Palo Alto firewalls, these switches, VMware networking, distributed. So there we go. I'm gonna create some more space in here, insert. Okay. Responsible for configuring. So configuring, using and managing network, using and managing network monitoring tools. Identify problems and help customers. So I'm on here right now. Troubleshooting network problems. Okay. Perform project task and thoroughly document project activity. Perform tasks and provide documentation of task. Responsible for increasing knowledge of technology advances in the industry. Let's see. Increase knowledge in industry. Provide technical support to network users. Let's see, I'm going to create some more lines here. Provide tech support. Assist help desk. Work with team members. Work with team members. And again, some of this is going to be redundant, but we'll kind of pare it down later on. I want to just capture everything and then we can kind of condense it. Let's see, where am I at now? Work with team members. I'm just going to make this work with vendors. Work with software and hardware vendors. Okay, we already got that. Assist with overflow of user incidents. Using call track system. Projects. Working on projects and using call track. Let's see. Adhere to people's policies, travel required. Okay. So let's go ahead and continue with the education. College degree, tech, cert, A+, financial services industry, A+, expert in computer networking, experience configuring and troubleshooting networks, listening skills, attention to detail, organizational skills, auto firewalls. I may not be pronouncing that right. I'm not that familiar with it. HP switches, VLANs, and NAC environments. Skills, professionalism, team player, perform job duties with limited supervised. That's where I know how to spell. Okay. Oral and written communication. Explain tech jargon, tech names, and simple English. Perform under pressure, multitask, prioritize, meet deadlines. Okay. So this is you saw how my process here so far. I take the purpose, the job duties, and the education, job skills, and qualifications. Some job postings, help wanted ads are going to be in different kinds of format, but you get the idea. So let's go ahead and make this a little bit bigger. And so what we're going to do is start with the responsibilities and duties. So we're going to we're going to look through and we're going to highlight the things that we have. And I am actually, do I still have it open? I do. And I'm actually going to be using this Google IT Support Professional certificate as an example. I don't have the certificate, but I don't have this quote unquote certificate, but I do have a background in IT support. So just kind of bear with me on that. And anyways, so I lost track. Squirrel. But what I'm going to do is based off someone who's already got the certificate, this Google IT Support Professional certification, the certificate. Okay. So I provide, what we're going to do on the left-hand side on this spreadsheet is we're going to highlight the things that we've acquired through our experience, through our education. So I'm going to take a persona of somebody who has a 2-year degree and some sort of IT, computer science, anything like that. And they also have this Google IT Support Professional certification, or they have it. So they may have a degree in something else, but maybe they have a degree in business or art, and they also have this. So that's kind of the persona I'm taking. It's not going to be somebody who's, got 20 years of experience. It's not going to be someone who's got a bachelor's or a master's. I'm trying to adopt that persona. So bear with me as I try to get in that mindset. So provide networking expertise. So one of the skills that you're going to learn in this Google IT certificate is networking and how to, work on a network system. So I'm going to go ahead and highlight that. We're going to highlight the skills that we have that we have acquired through practice or through studies or whatever it is. We're going to highlight green. Okay. So another thing that we're also going to learn that we have acquired knowledge through this Google IT is this: provide design and network improvement recommendations. And you can see on the courses what we go over in this particular program: the technical support fundamentals, the bits and bytes of computer networking, operating systems, becoming a power user, system admin, and infrastructure. And there's one more: IT security, defense against the digital dark arts. So it's a really cool program that it is. So, but we're going to be able to provide design and networking improvement recommendations. So on this right here, we're going to adopt on the persona of someone who doesn't have that much experience working in a team. Okay. So, in a traditional sense, maybe you've, worked in teams in other aspects, but we're going to make that yellow. Like you work well with others, but may not have the actual experience. So we're going to make that yellow because we kind of have to think about that a little bit more. Maintaining a network. Okay, we're going to make that green. Supporting network systems, we're going to make that green. Palo Alto firewalls. I don't know if that's specifically addressed in here. So I'm going to assume, let's see if I can find it. I'm going to leave that blank because I don't know if it's addressed in here or not. HP switches, I'm sure they are. Okay. VMware, networking, yep. Configuring, using, and managing networking monitoring tools. Yep. Identifying problems and helping customers. Again, that's a soft skill, and it's not necessarily taught in the technical curriculum, I don't believe. So, but maybe you have it in other ways. So we're going to put that yellow. Troubleshooting, yes, it's green. Perform tasks and provide documentation of tasks. Yep. Increasing knowledge in industry. Now that's a soft skill. And this utilizing this, taking advantage of this Google IT Support Professional Certification, the certificate shows that you are invested in your own career and your own education. So we're going to, and again, in our persona, we're going to say yes. Provide tech support, yes. Assist help desk, yes. Work with team members, this kind of like with this one right here. So since this is a duplicate, I'm going to actually get rid of that one. Work with vendors. May have worked with vendors in another capacity, in another role. Assist with overflow of user incidents. I'm going to go with yes. Using a call track system. I'm not sure, so I'm going to leave that blank. Working on projects and using call track. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave that blank as well. So the things I've highlighted in green are the things that in our persona that someone who's already completed this Google IT Support Professional certificate and maybe also has a 2-year degree will be able to say, yes, they have this kind of experience. Let's see. Okay, so we have our responsibilities and duties. So let's go ahead and do the requested skills and education. So college or tech cert is a plus. Again, in our persona, yes, we have that. Financial service industry is a plus. I'm going to say no. Maybe you have it, but in our persona, we're going to say no, we don't have that. Expert in computer networking. After you complete this degree, I think you would be, you have a high level. I'm not sure what's considered an expert, but I think you will have a high level of degree of knowledge on that, of expertise in it. Experience in configuring and troubleshooting networks, yes. Listening skills. This is something where the Google IT Support Professional certificate, you're going to have to adopt a different kind of mindset in regards to learning if you're used to a traditional in the classroom setting. So that requires you to have some probably more enhanced listening skills, just to kind of pay attention skills. And so I'm going to say yes on that. And again, in other aspects of your life, you probably, hopefully you've adopted some listening skills. Attention to detail, yes, that's definitely something that you're going to acquire as you're learning about this stuff. Organization skills, yes, you're going to acquire that as well. I want to leave that blank because, again, I'm not that familiar with it. Pretty sure they use HP switches, so we're just going to go ahead and say yes on that. Yes. Phone skills. So this may or may not be a skill that you have. This is probably not a skill that's going to be acquired. It's kind of more of a soft skill, and it's probably not going to be acquired through this, but if you have it through other previous life experiences and such. So we're going to make that yellow. Professionalism. That's a soft skill. And the professionalism on the completion of this course or any kind of 2-year degree would be you completing it and you having the perseverance and the mental aptitude to complete it. And I say aptitude, attitude. Okay, I'm going to say attitude and not necessarily aptitude. Aptitude can be learned. Attitude you have to come in with. But again, that goes with professionalism. You have a professional attitude. So if you completed this, we're going to say that we're a professional. And we're also going to say we're a team player. Even though up here we kind of was like, we didn't necessarily, did we work in a team of 12? But we worked in teams. So we're just going to go ahead and say we're a team player. Perform job duties with limited supervision. You get the idea. And we're going to say yes. And this course right here is completely online, and it's online. So that means the accountability is more on yourself. And this is a skill that is taught in addition to the tech skills that are taught in this particular course. And the same thing goes for our programs here, our 2-year degrees. You need to have the motivation, you need to have the gumption, you need to have the self-discipline to do the job, to do the work, to do whatever it is that you need to do. And you may or may not have a lot of, supervision or instruction. You may have to, learn it and understand it. And because that is a process that is internal, the whole process of learning and understanding and problem solving. So you have to do that, your job duties with limited supervision. There's going to be help. I'm going to be the teacher on this and have a TA, one of my graduating students. She's going to be helping me as well. And the same thing kind of flows whenever the classes that I teach. I'm there to help. I'm there to provide. I'm there to, hopefully give some sort of structure. But you got to do the work. I can't do the work for you. You got to fail, and then you got to keep going forward. So you got to be able to perform your job duties, and this is a great way to learn how to do those job duties. So for our persona, someone who's completed this certificate or your 2-year degree, they know how to perform their requirements, their duties, of whatever capacity it is, without having a lot of supervision, somebody breathing down their neck. Oral and written communication, that is also important. And again, in our persona, we're going to say that we have that. Explain tech things in simple English, we're going to say we have that. Perform under pressure, we're going to say we have that. Deadlines, are always on, in the back of our brain, in the back of our mind. So we got to make sure that we meet the deadlines. Multitask, yes. We're able to prioritize, yes. We're able to meet deadlines, yes. Okay. So looking through here, so we're applying for this role. And as you saw me go through, I, put in green the things that we have based off a persona of someone who's completed a 2-year degree or has completed this IT professional certificate. And then we have these skills. The things I left blank is because I'm just not familiar with it, and I'm like, I don't know what to put on there. But that's okay. Let's see. If I were you, I would kind of Google that, or just have a better understanding. It's like, oh yeah, I did that. So now's the time that we can actually remember this up here? We had our tech skills and our soft skills, kind of prefab running list. And sometimes we don't realize, our tech skills or soft skills there's some things that we can continue to add that we have them. We just didn't think about it before because we're just kind of gotten so used to it, and we're almost blind to the skills that we have ourselves. So what we're going to do now is we're going to update this. So let's take this opportunity to see what kind of duties and skill sets an employer is looking for, and can we update our list of things that we personally have. So let's see. I'm looking here. Provide design and network improvement recommendations. Maintaining a network. Let's do that one. And let's see, because sometimes something might be a little bit too vague, and this provides a little bit more clarity, specificity on it. Support network systems, HP switches, VMware networking, and distributed systems or switches. Configuring network monitoring tools. Using networking monitoring tools. Managing networking monitoring tools. Okay, and then let's see. Troubleshooting. Do I already have troubleshooting? Yep. Perform tasks, provide documentation. Documentation. I put that on there. Boom, 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 boom. Where am I at? Okay. Okay, so increasing knowledge in industry, that is more of a soft skill. Let's see. I'm gonna put continued learning and field. Boom, 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 boom. Provide tech support. Let's see. Yeah, so we have that here. Let's see. Help desk support. That might be kind of redundant, but that's okay. So let's see. Let's go now. Go to the skill sets here. So again, in our persona, let's see. Actually, I'm going to make a new column here in our persona. Education certs. 2-year degree in computer science. Google IT support professional cert. Okay. In our persona, we have this. So you can see I made a new column just to kind of capture that. And let's see what else we got here. Expert in computer networking. Okay, we already have, yep, computer networking. Experience in configuring, I'll make this bigger. Experience in configuring and troubleshooting networks. I think I got that on there. Let's see, troubleshooting, okay. Listening skills, attention to detail, organization skills. So these are more soft skills, and we need to make sure that we capture that, because these are things that employers, are looking for. Sometimes you might be kind of just assumes like we don't need to list that. Everybody has that. No, they don't. Not everybody does. So it's something. Trust me. Let's see. Attention to details. Okay. VLAN, NAC. Let me see. Let's see, phone skills. We're gonna say we got some decent phone skills. Professionalism, team player. Okay, these are our soft skills. Team player. Oops, can't spell. Let's see. Perform job duties with limited supervision. Complete. Let's go ahead and just put requires limited supervision for job or assignments. This is just something to get, on paper, so to speak, and to help, break it down in your brain. Oral and written communication. Explain tech things. Okay, perform under pressure. Multitask, prioritize. This one, to meet deadlines. We'll go with that. So the reason I kind of made this tab, the separate tab for the network support specialist, is because whenever you apply for other roles, there's other job openings for a similar title, you kind of already have a pretty good list of things of what they're going to be looking for. It's going to be different. It's going to vary. They're all going to vary a little bit. So you need to actually look, but you got a good place to start. And every time you apply and look, you're going to have a better list. So we got a list of tech skills, soft skills, and some of the education in our certs, and the persona that we adopted of somebody who's had a 2-year degree, and or a certificate. Yeah, I want to keep it like that. And even you can see right here is a plus. The college tech and cert is a plus. So it's not necessarily a requirement, but it's definitely something in our advantage if we have it. Okay, so now we are going to go through the process of looking at the verbiage used, because what some companies use for their job applications, whenever they're accepting job applications, they go through an applicant, I think it's called application tracking system. It's ATS. And what it does, sometimes they just look for keywords, because you got to think in the mentality of somebody who works in HR. All of this, some of this stuff may be just like gibberish to them. It's like they have no idea what some of the stuff means. And they're not going to be able to make any kind of recommendations to the department, to the IT department that's hiring them, because it's just, if a keyword is not listed and if another word is used, maybe mean the same thing in the tech industry, but for if they're actually going through an ATS system and it's just a system, it's a computer software that just looks for certain keywords, they're not going to necessarily see the synonym for a word or for a skill. Same thing if there's actually eyeballs looking at it. They may not see the actual similarity between something if it's not the exact same wording used. So that's why we're focusing on the words used, and we're going to look at that again. So we're going to look at the job posting again, and then we're going to work on our resume. So I'm going to pause this while I get set up. Hey guys, so I just saw that this video is actually going close to 40 minutes. So I'm going to actually stop this video, and then the next one, the series, is going to be focusing on the resume templates. So stay tuned.